name is Simon Ikanya. I am a veterinarian doing my practice majoring on porcines, the bovines, the caprines, and the ovines. I also do some practice in poultry, but not in very detailed perspective. Today we are going to discuss more about production, specifically pig production, and our host is Piglet Sagana. This is our farm that we are going to use today. Piglet Sagana is located in Kirinyaga County, Kirinyaga West Sub County, Sagana sub-location, on your 3 kilometers from Karema stage. That is on your way from Sagana to Nyeri Highway. Our viewers, we welcome you to today's video. We hope you shall enjoy and learn more. When you are doing the classification of pigs, we can classify them using their age. Basically, from the day of birth to weaning, we normally classify those ones as piglets. A very good example of piglets in our viewers is we have piglets. These are day 10 from birth. Another example, we have another piglet, another batch of piglets here, which are near day 24 from birth. Yeah, I hope you are following. This is a batch of piglets which are 1 month old. Yeah, I think that's enough for when we are talking about piglets. The next batch, when we are classifying the pigs, we normally refer to them as winners. A very good example of winners are here. We just weaned them 2 weeks back. You can capture the other side and then to have a good layout of what the winner is. Then the next pen, we will have some winners. Yeah, it's a very good example of the winners. Then, when we are doing the classification, we have the focus. And very good example of the focus are just next to in the next pen. You just keep watching, get there. These are the focus. The focus. We also classify the pigs into girts and also sows and the boas. Okay, our viewers, these are in our farm. These are examples of an ideal girt. The girt is a female pig, specifically used for breeding purposes. For our case, these are examples. As you can, the photos are very clear. Yeah. Same case, we have some gifts in the next pen. And maybe the camera person can show them. Then, the next categories are the sows. And the sows are the female pigs, which are already given birth. An example of a sow right here. And these are our sows. These are our sows. These are the sows. We also have sows here. The 2 of them, they are sows. These are sows. That one is also a sow. So basically, farmers, our recap, the recap of the matter we have discussed is we classify the pigs in one, the piglets. That's from day of birth to the day of weaning. The second categories are the winners. That's from weaning to about 5 months. The next category, we have the girt, and we have said that the girt is a female pig, specifically for breeding purposes. We have the girt, the boa. Sorry, the boa is a male pig, basically used for breeding purposes. And the last category is the sow. A sow is a pig that has already given birth, and I've given various examples in our previous context. Well, from the day of birth, it's very crucial and essential to make sure that the piglet is in the best state possible. And during day 1 of birth, you should ensure that the farrowing pen is very clean. Also, you should ensure that it's very dry to minimize chances of the animals, of the piglets, developing some health condition immediately after birth. During day one, ensure that the piglets have suckled enough colostrum from the sow. That should be done immediately. Then you should ensure that there is enough milk. In some incidences, you may find that the sow has no enough milk, or maybe has developed a condition called is agaractia. Basically, in simple terms, it's lack of milk production. That one requires a veterinarian to come and intervene and manage that one. Then the three from birth, we have the first management practice whereby we do the tooth clipping and iron injection. That's the iron injection, tooth clipping is done. The reason why we do the iron injection is basically to supplement the iron as a mineral. Because the mother's milk or the sow's milk cannot meet the demand of the piglet. So the next management practice that we normally have in our farm, we do it on day 21. And on this day, we normally do the second iron injection. And also we normally do the castration. We normally castrate the male piglets for various reasons. One of them is the aim is to minimize or avoid the boa taint. It's the smell that normally an uncastrated boa has. The second reason why we normally castrate our pig is to ensure that we are able to control our breeding and also reduce the chances of inbreeding in the farm. And that reason why we do the castration is because to increase chances of our market or demand of our pigs. The reason being, some of the consumers they don't prefer an uncastrated boa for meat purposes. Okay, nice. For us to be very practical, that's the reason why we are in this pen. These are our future breeding stock. And some of the factors that we have used for selecting these 5 young guards is that one, we have considered their growth rate. They have had a very high growth rate, considering that these young guards, they are just 4 months old. Then we also consider the number of ticks. And for our case, if we are keen, if we can be able to count, we have ensured that the selected stock has at least 14 teeth in each and every one of them. The other one, we also check on deformity. And if, for example, this one, we can be able to zoom the walking gait. She has a very normal walking gait. There are no deformities. The stepping gait is also very normal. We also check the history of the mother. When you're checking the history of the mother, of these young pigs, the mother should have a high prolific rate and also a high mothering ability. When I'm talking about mothering ability, basically I mean that the mother should be able to nurse the young ones. That she can be able to, if for example she gives birth to 14 piglets, if she can be able to raise about 12 or 13 or 14, you can consider that as a good mother. Basically, if the mother can be able to ensure that there is 80% survival rate, that one we consider it is a good mother in this farm. Then, the prolificacy level, we consider if the mother can be able to give quite a number, a high litter size. If a number produces about 13 and above, in this farm we consider that as a prolific mother. If a mother produces less than 9, we may not consider the sow, the offspring of that sow, good for breeding purposes. Again, on the boa, for this case we don't have any boa in this pen, but ideally, for the boa we check on the testicles. The testicles of the boa should be 2, and they should be well descended. In some cases, you may realize that a boa has one testicle. That one is not considered as a good boa for breeding purposes. Then in some cases, there are some boas with a condition called testicular hernia, whereby one hernia has overgrown, or maybe it has an abnormal size and shape. That one is not considered good for breeding purposes. Again, when you're selecting a good boa, you also consider the stepping gait. The gait should be normal, and also the animal should be walking in the normal gait. Basically, also there should be no deformities. The animal should not have any congenital issues. Yeah. Well, our viewers, regardless of being a farmer or being in business, animals have their own rights, just like human beings. So it's always advisable that you ensure that the animal's rights are taken care of. Eh? For example, there are 5 freedoms of an animal. We have the animal should be free from pain. The animal should be free from hunger. The animal should express its normal behavior, and the animal should be freedom from hunger and thirst. One, for example, in our case, we ensure that each animal, or if I may use this as an example, has consumed enough feeds and in the right proportion. That's for that case we are taking care of the animal right, the welfare. They should be free from hunger. In our case here, we have a modern feeding trough where we normally put the feeds, and the fish should be for this pen. We are giving it a drip out. That's that the animal should consume up to her or his own satisfaction. The next freedom is freedom from hunger. From that, we ensure that the pens, the nipple, are functioning well. If you can see, they are functioning well. All of them, they are in good condition, and they have enough and clean water, so the animals can be able to consume enough water. The other freedom is that the animals are able to express their normal behavior. If you can see, the pig, for example, here, the winners, they can be able to, they are able to play, they are able to interact as a team. The other freedom is from pain. Freedom from pain. We are making sure that the animals are not subjected to any form of pain, whether from the external or maybe amongst themselves. How we are achieving this is ensuring that we are grouping the animals as per their in their age groups and over in their ideal sizes. If by any chance you classify a young animal or a small animal with a huge one, there is a very high possibility of some stress, or the animal may even end up fighting. So for that case, we ensure that we are grouping them on nearly the same size.